A single unequal angle 100 by 75 mm by 10 mm is used as a tension member connected to 12 mm gusset plate with a fillet welding to transfer the tension. First case, the longer leg is connected to the gusset plate, that is 100 mm, and the second one, shorter leg is connected to the gusset plate, that is 75 mm. So in some cases, what they will do is they will give the size of the welding. Here, size of the welding is not given. So only the size of the angle and also the thickness of the gusset plate they have given. No other data is given. So first of all, let us consider the first case. The longer leg is connected to the gusset plate, that is 100 mm leg is connected to the gusset plate, and the 75 mm leg is the outstanding leg. So let us imagine this is how the welding is done. L1 and L2, let us consider the length of the welds. This is 75 mm, this is 100 mm, and the thickness is 12 mm. This is the tension TD. Now, from the steel table, you find out CXX or CZZ and CYY. So CXX is 31.9 mm and CYY is 10.5 mm. This is from the steel table. So now, in case if you get a equal angle, then CZZ or CXX, which is equal to CYY, the C is nothing but the centroidal distance with respect to XX or YY axis. Now, the tension capacity of the member is a minimum of three values. We know that the cross yielding, then the net rupture, and also the block shear strength. In the block shear strength, we have two. So, first of all, let us find out the gross yielding of the section. So, here from clause 6.3.1, yes 800-2007, page number 32, we have TDG equal to AGFY divided by gamma m naught. Here AG is the gross area, that is equal to 1650, which is again taken from the steel table. Here nothing to deduct like bolt hole and all. Otherwise you can calculate AG 100 minus 10 by 2 plus 75 minus 10 by 2 into thickness 10. It also gives you 1650 millimeter square only. So TDG equal to 375 kilonewton. Now the net section rupture. So here what they have given is, for the net section rupture from the clause 6.3.3 page number 33, we have to use a formula TDN equal to alpha into AN into FU divided by gamma n. Alpha is equal to 0.8 for welded connection, again which is given in the clause. Now AN is equal to net area of the total cross section. You can calculate AN. So this is a welded connection. This is not a bolted connection, so it doesn't involve any holes. So nothing to deduct. AN will be equal to AG, which is equal to 1650 millimeter square. So TDN equal to alpha into AN into FU divided by 1.25. Answer is 432.96 kilonewton. Now the block shear strength from the class 6.4.1 IS 800-2007. All these classes are very important. You have to go through this class from the steel table. Otherwise, you will get confused which class, which page numbers, which code book also sometimes. So TDB1 equal to AVG into Fy divided by root 3 into gamma m0 plus 0.9 ATN FU by gamma m1. Then second formula 0.9 AVN into FU divided by root 3 gamma m1 plus ATG into Fy divided by gamma m naught. So whenever we get the welded connection, the calculation of all these areas will be very simple. However, the size of the weld is not given in this particular problem. So whenever the size of the weld is not given, it is our aim to find out the size of the weld and also the total length of the weld. They will be used for the further following calculations. So calculation of size of the weld as per table number 21, page number 78. The thickness of angle is 10 mm and gusset place is 12 mm. So the minimum size of the weld should be taken as 5 mm. These things we have already discussed in our second module, welded connection. So no need to go into the depth of that. So maximum size of the weld for this is 3/4 of, for rounded edge, is equal to 3/4 of the thickness, that is 3/4 of 10, that is equal to 7.5 mm. Therefore let us assume size of the weld is 6 mm. Sometimes what they will do is, along with the problem itself, they will mention the size of the weld. The throat thickness TT equal to 4.2 mm. So here if you consider this as the connected leg, total length is equal to 100 mm. So CXX or CZZ is 31.9 and the remaining is 68.1. So exactly at the CG distance or exactly at the centroid, the TD will be acting. This is P1, corresponding length is L1. Here P2 is the force transferred by the length of the weld, which is in the upper side. So the TD value is the minimum of the above two values, that is a gross yielding and net rupture. So 375 is the least, therefore we fix TD is equal to 375 kilonewton. Now let us take moment about P2. You can take moment about P1 also, no issue. P2 into lever arm distance is 0 plus P1 into 100, which is equal to 375 into 10 raised to 3 into 68.1, that is the lever arm. So we get P11 equal to 255.375. So P2 equal to 119.625 kilonewton. That is the difference between 375 and 255.375. Now the calculation of effective length of the weld is required. So by using the equation FWD equal to FWN by gamma MW, we can calculate the length of the weld in the coming steps. So FWN equal to FU divided by root 3. Gamma MW is equal to, for short weld, you can consider 1.25. If it is field weld, you can take a 1.5. So from clause 30 table number 5, we have FW, I mean the safety factor equal to 1.25. So FWD equal to 236, that is FWN divided by gamma MW. So the answer is 189.368 Newton per millimeter square. Now, the individual force in the weld, the from the clause number 10.5.9, 79 and 80, Fa equal to P divided by Dt into Lw. So this is a relationship between the stress and the force. This is the force, this is the area, and this is nothing but the stress. So here Fa is nothing but Fwd, which is 18.37 Newton per millimeter square. Now the throat thickness is equal to 4.2 millimeter. Therefore, for P1, we have 255.375 into 10 raised to 3. What is the length of the weld? So the length of the weld, by using this basic formula, we get length of the weld equal to 321.08 millimeter. So for the other force, length of the weld on the other side is equal to 150.404 millimeter. Therefore, the effective weld or total length of the weld equal to 471.848 millimeter. Now, for block shear, I have to calculate AVG and AVN. Here, AVG and AVN will be equal because in welded connection no holes are present. Therefore, LV into T will give you AVG. So here LV is the length of the weld. Total length of the weld is equal to 471.8. So multiplied by the thickness will give us the total value of AVG or AVN. Now, ATG and ATN is nothing but the connected leg into thickness of the members. Here also no holes are present. Length of the connected leg is equal to 100 mm into 10, which is nothing but 1000 millimeter square. So TDB1 upon substitution gives us 913.8 kilonewton. You check the calculation. Now TDB2 gives you 1030.83 kilonewton. Out of these two, the least value is 913.8 kilonewton. So gross sectional yielding 375, net section rupture 432, and block shear it is 913.8 kilonewton. So least value is nothing but the tension strength. So tensile strength is equal to 375 kilonewton. Now the second case, in the second case, you change the legs, go for 75 mm and corresponding CYY value you locate, it is 19.5. So gross section will remain the same 375, net section rupture will remain same 432.96 kilonewton. Now the block shear capacity or block shear strength, here the values will change. This is 19, this is 55.5. So correspondingly we get P1 and P2 varying. So size of the weld will remain as it is. Then thickness of the throat will remain as it is. So you calculate length of the weld accordingly. We get 348 and 122.58. So total length of the weld will remain the same. Therefore, you calculate AVG and AVN. So we know these calculations similar to the previous one, only the lengths are changed. So first calculation, second calculation will remain the same, only in the block shear we have to vary. So TDB1 and TDB2 will vary a little, therefore TDB is this value. Therefore the least